Jackson Radio Show.
Rich white girls. All I'm doing is wasting my time chasing rich white girls. Yeah. All they do is bitch and they whine. So tell me, what could I give you that your daddy can't give you, baby? What could I give to a rich white girl? They only love me when I pay them no mind. Ooh. Your purses, your girlfriends, your love of hurting me. My new car, my new house, my insecurities. You kiss me as if it's a favor done for me. Ooh. And dating a man like me is just a change in scenery. Cause you never learned what it's like to treat someone decently. You're just a rich white girl. And all I'm doing is wasting my time chasing rich white girls.
You see how enmeshed in our culture this racism towards white people is? It's popular. It's totally okay. Imagine if the song were written in reverse. Rich black girls. All I'm doing is wasting my time chasing rich black girls. Unbelievable. And this kind of stuff gets a total pass. Gets a free pass. You know why the left likes to do this? You know why it's just totally acceptable in the culture? Because they have their little formulas to decide whether or not something is racist. It's prejudice plus power equals racism. And somehow, to the left, prejudice is all of a sudden okay. It's okay to be prejudiced. Prejudice, the root word of prejudice is prejudge. To prejudge. Why is that okay? Why do you need to add the power aspect of it in order to make it racism? Because that's what the left says. They say it's not racism. White people, black people cannot be racist because they don't have the institutional power to act on that racism. So they can be prejudiced without being racist. And somehow it's okay to be prejudiced. To prejudge. Imagine every judge in the criminal justice system prejudged their cases without actually hearing anybody out or looking at the individual merits of the case. How is that a good thing? How is that okay? Because folks are fine being prejudiced. They just don't want to be racist. To be a racist, now that's the real crime. And if you are racist, you can't express yourself. They don't want you to express yourself. Personally, I'm glad that these folks are out there writing songs about how terrible they think white people are. I want to know where the racists are. I want them to speak their racism loud and clear. So I can get a good, strong whiff of it so everyone can see who the racists are. The left wants to censor people like Ben Shapiro, like Ann Coulter, like Milo Yiannopoulos, like Richard Spencer. The left wants to censor all of these people. The left wants to censor us because they know deep down in their hearts that they are the racist ones. That they are the ones that only see things in terms of identity, that only see things in terms of race. And they know that the moment that you realize that common sense takes over, when prejudice plus power equals racism, like it's some sort of algebraic equation, makes no sense at all. And they know that once you think about it, once you give it 2 seconds of thought, of actual thought, you are going to realize who the real racists are. You are going to realize that it is the left who is constantly looking at identity politics. The racism of the left. That we don't even stop and think about the institutional aspects of their racism. We don't even stop and think that BET, Black Entertainment Television, imagine the roles in reverse. White entertainment television. Entertainment for white people. What about just entertainment for people? The Congressional Black Caucus. This goes as far up as the government, the federal government. The Congressional Black Caucus, they only deal with black issues. Imagine there were a group in Congress that only dealt with white issues. Here's what they'll say. They'll say, well, the entire world, the entire country is a congressional white caucus. Most entertainment is white entertainment television. It's a given, so of course we need black entertainment television. Now, do you think having organizations like that, the BET, Black Entertainment Television, the Congressional Black Caucus, the organization in the government that only deals with black issues, do you think that helps racial harmony? Or do you think that hurts racial harmony? Because that's what a lot of these folks like to say. They like to say, oh, we need more diversity. We need less racism and more diversity. How is making an organization only dedicated to black people helping racial harmony? You got Black History Month. You have Hispanic History Month. What about White History Month? And then they say something so racist. They say all history is white history. Wow, you really, really hate white people. You really, really hate yourself, don't you? That's how you see yourself? Minorities or people of color or black people, brown people, that's how you see yourself? Because that's not how I see you. I see us all as a part of this big, amazing thing called humanity. We are all a part of the big history, the big whoom, whoom, the big oscillation, the big back and forth. We're all a part of it. And it just makes me sick to my stomach because it's so blaring. It's so blaring to me how people can just look at any tiny little thing, minor infractions, and call it racism and white supremacy. But yet people can go out there and mouth off about black entertainment television, Congressional Black Caucus, everybody is racist, you're a racist, he's a racist, you're all racists. You're white supremacists because you're white. I don't like you because you're white. You haven't acknowledged your white guilt. You haven't acknowledged your white privilege, so we don't like you. You aren't woke. Let me tell you something. If I have to castigate myself and immolate myself and kneel before the altar of political correctness in order for you to think that I'm woke, well, I'd rather stay asleep. If being woke means waking up every morning with this burning pit of hatred for people that you don't even know, for people that you haven't even met, for people who have done nothing wrong to you, to me, that sounds like a horrible, horrible, horrible way to live. Just filled with anger and rage. These Antifa people, they know it. They know it too. That's why they put on their masks. Because they know deep down that they are doing yeoman's work for the devil. That they are engaging in evil. They know that going around town talking about whiteness, they know that it's just as racist as talking about blackness. That there is some sort of implicit evil in it about being white. That being white is some sort of, that white people ought to wake up in the morning and atone for the color of their skin. It's disgusting, it's rude, and our kids are learning it. This is what our kids are learning in college. Tweet me at Shaq General. We'll be right back.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.